All right, so what we're going to do here is look at combining like terms or simplifying expressions. So the way you simplify expressions is by combining like terms. So combining like terms are the terms that have the same variable or no variable at all. So that would be constants. And so just briefly, when we're talking about terms, so this expression 7x plus 4m minus 5x plus 2 minus m has 5 terms. So each term is separated by a plus or minus. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All these are terms because they're separated by a plus or a minus. Okay, and now when we talk about variables, variables are the letters that are used. So x and m in this first one are our variables. And then constants would be anything without a variable attached to it. So in this case, it's that 2. Okay, so now 7x and negative 5x are like terms, and 4m and negative m are like terms because they both have the same variable. So these two are like terms, and these two are like terms. However, 7x and 4m are not like terms because they have that different variable. Okay, so when we are simplifying expressions with like terms, we can combine the like terms by performing the operation of the two like terms. So right here we've got a 7x and a negative, or you're minusing 5x. So you take 7x minus 5x, and when you have your variables, pretty much you're looking at the coefficients. The coefficients are the numbers in front of the variable. So you're going to take 7 minus 5, which is going to give you 2x. Okay, likewise, you've got 4m and a minus m. So 4m minus m. And when there's no coefficient in front of a variable, we can just assume that that's 1. Or just place a 1 in front of it if you need that. Otherwise, if you can see that 4m minus a minus m is equal to 3m, then you don't need to put that 1 there. But if that is confusing, just put a 1 in front of any variable that does not have a number in front of it. Okay, notice because it's a minus m, so we're subtracting, and now we've got our 3m. And last, we've got our constant. Well, the only constant is the plus 2, so that's just going to stay the same. So when you combine the like terms here, we get what we got up here, and then we bring those down here. So 2x plus 3m plus 2. And now we've simplified this expression. Okay, so here just a little more practice. And I'm just going to break it down into steps. So here I've set it up as a table. So give variable 1, variable 2, variable 3. So we can take all our variables that are the same and write them in, and then simplify the expression. So I've already done the first one for each of them for us. So here, real quick, let's just say how many terms are in here. So there's one, oops. We got 1 term, 2, 3, 4, 5 terms. So this has 5 terms. This one down here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 terms as well. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, 5 terms. This last one, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 terms. So once again, there's 5 terms in these ones because there's 5 different things that are separated by a minus or addition. Okay, so getting back to simplifying, breaking it down, we've got our a is our first variable, so we've got 8a minus 2a. So there I've written them down. The next one, our next variable, we've got our p. There's only one p, so it's a negative 5p. Third variable, there is none. And then for constant, we have a plus 4 and a plus 5. So we've got 4 plus 5. So now when we go through, 8a minus 2a is going to give us a 6a. There's nothing to change on this minus 5p, so that stays the same. And then the constant is a 4 plus 5, so that's going to give us a 9. So when we write it out, we get our 6a minus 5p plus 9. Okay, moving on to the next one. Okay, so same thing. First variable was ab. So now notice there's a b and there's an a and there's an ab. A times b is different than just a and b. So we have to count this ab as a separate variable. Okay, so then we've got our AB. Next variable is our A. We only have one, so it's just negative 2A. Third variable is going to be our B term, so we've got a negative 5B and a positive 1B. And then constant, our constant is just 7. So on this one, there's really nothing to combine except our B terms. So everything's going to stay the same except for the B's. So you got negative 5b plus 1b is going to give us a positive 4b. So when we simplify, you get 4ab minus 2a minus 4b plus 7. So once again, the only thing that changed here was the b term. So we took that b and we changed it into a negative 4b. Okay, next one. So same thing. Okay, we already did the a terms. So 4a minus 2a, our second variables are their c's. So we got a negative 4c and a negative 5c. And then there is no third variable. And then constant, we've got our plus 18. So we're going to combine our 4a minus 2a. So 4 minus 2 is going to be 2a. A negative 4 minus a 5. So they're both negative, so we're actually going to add them together and keep them negative. So 4 plus 5 is 9. They're both negative, so that's going to be a minus 9c. And then the variable or the constant is just plus 18. That stays the same. Okay, last one here. We've got 8z minus 2y plus 4z minus 3y. Okay, so the first variable is our z. So 8z plus 4z. Second variable is negative 2y and a negative 3y. There is no third variable and there's no constants in this one. Okay. So 8 plus 4 is going to give us 12z, and then a negative 2 minus 3. Once again, they're both negative, so we'll add them together and keep them negative. So 2 plus 3 is 5, and they're both negative, so it's a minus 5. So we get a 12z minus 5y. And that's what we're doing when we're simplifying expressions. We combine the like terms that we can. We do the addition or subtraction, depending on whatever it is. And then we just simplify them down.